And I think we had a group looking at this, or looking at the broader internet governance over. Pat Rabbit set up a group, and they reported last year, and we're implementing a lot of their recommendations now. But one of the issues was whether you should extend the law to cover things like grossly offensive messages and so on and so forth. And because people thought the DPP at the time was having difficulty bringing home prosecutions for these really malicious, threatening messages. But actually, in recent months, we've seen circumstances changing a bit where the DPP has successfully brought these prosecutions. So I would not be certain that we need to change that law. Okay. I'd like to wait. The Law Reform Commission are doing a report on this, and I'd like to wait for that report, and I think that'll be due early in the new year. I would say, I offer my own view, that I think that you have to make a very strong case for restrictions. My default position, I have to say, is for freedom of expression, within certain limits, obviously, defamation, threatening behaviour. Those laws are already there, though. All of those things. Well, if we're satisfied that those laws cover all of these things, I don't think we've any need to change those laws. Yeah. And I'm on the side of the greatest possible freedom of expression, subject to ensuring that people are protected, particularly children. So
your colleagues really haven't made the case so far. And I don't mean that as you have to criticise them or anything, but just you're not convinced of the case so far.
I'm not yet convinced. No, and the notion of offensive material as well. I think that's always been problematic for ever since we've had media, even print, going way back. Something that's offensive. What exactly does that mean? I can take offence from something that maybe another person wouldn't. You could write something that ends up giving offence, but if that wasn't your intention, and also. Sometimes the giving and taking of offence is part of public discourse. It can't be, I think, we can't have a law that excludes things just because somebody's offended.
Yeah. Okay.